Because apparently recording with an Elgato is also a bit too much for the fucking Xbox, I suppose. I don't know. We're live now. Tired over there?
Yeah, I just got up.
Sound like Senior Palo fucking playing Sands. I fucking the other day I played a bit of Snackdown. I just said fuck it, why not? I'm bored. May as well try to deal with the frame rate. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I had to make 3 individual fucking saves because I couldn't get past the first fucking match because of the frame issues. Fucking up the inputs. After 3 fucking goes, I got a lucky run. And I was just, okay,
I mean,
this is not worth it.
That's just RNG.
Yeah. It's like, it's RNG if I can get the timing right, and it's like, it's so hard to tell when it's like, oh, it should be 60 frames out. Well, you should probably have made a fucking limitless or at least like 200 frames patch or an ability to toggle it. I mean, most games have that ability any fucking more when it's PC. Mind you, it's an application for computers only, so it does kind of beg the question. But I don't question it. It's from 2020. I don't expect it to receive any updates, even though the DLC that it quote got was what, 8 months ago or something? I don't know. But yeah, I don't expect anything.
Hope you've got that winning attitude, driver.
Shut up, computer. I don't give a fuck about the quote free space that's available on my computer. I have 1.2 terabytes of space. I'll be fine. I'll be fine recording a bit of footage. It's not gonna murder me. I wonder why I couldn't see the fucking waypoint. I wonder what type of bullshit we'll get into yapping about today.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know myself. I will say though, I honestly did expect a lot more, I guess, voice acting in Snackdown, but I am still in the base game, not the DLC, so I'm assuming VA work is probably more on the DLC, which means I have to beat the base game to even access.
More. I mean, there's more voice work in DLC than.
I mean, yeah, the
base game.
The reason that Angela on the title screen has VA is because of the DLC. Actually, originally she just wasn't on the screen or anything.
So why? How are we gonna give more, like, more voice lines, more audio? Not audio, more voice lines for
what is essentially, and to put it simply,
not even
a
base game.
Like it's not even a game I would honestly expect voice acting to come from. But I mean, supposedly V-Scroller is supposed to get some too, so I'm not gonna question it. I still don't want to make a bunch of ambient BGM in total Rockstar fashion where it's like 10 minutes long. It's got like the 3 variants, like the intro to combat kind of shit, or in this case being chased, and like a cooldown kind of thing where if you escape an enemy. Because I did looking into it and I saw that it was, these were planned things like in the dev notes on fucking itch. I don't know if they're still up anymore, but it was up for a little bit. I'm assuming that isn't going to be a thing just because the game's only in 0.1, so you shouldn't expect all these crazy last minute things right away when the second area and the third area hasn't even been fucking finished yet. We're still just stuck on the prison where fucking graphite woke up at, I guess, or whatever the fuck. it's
But
interesting.
she said it hasn't been updated anyway, so
Well,
it's like
it's
2020.
in the
So
throes of it, but at the same time, Pathalo for like all of
it's only been
last month,
5 years.
kind
It's
of,
only been 5 years since the game has came out.
what are you talking about?
You said 20. You said
Oh,
2020,
you're
right?
talking about Snackdown, yeah. I was talking about V-Scroller, but yeah,
I was gonna
Snackdown
say.
came out in 2020, and then was
been-
updated, I guess, supposedly in 2024 for the DLC.
But because of DLC. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's it.
Because I looked at the little timeline that the person had, and it was like they made these turn-based games in 18 and 19, then they made Snackdown, and then they made a bunch of other shit. But what I was really just trying to figure out was like, when did this DLC come out? Because it says it's 7 months ago, but that doesn't entirely mean that's the exact fucking release. It's just talking about the DLC.
I mean,
not the actual
still,
release. But it said
they did 2024. So that's still
they
4
came back
years.
to it, and it's
That's 4 years that they just abandoned it.
Yeah,
And-
it's one person. It's not like a team or anything. It's one singular person. But I'm assuming the VA for Angela and possibly other characters, maybe the character you play as, because you're not playing as her in the DLC. I know that. Because the DLC, just doing basic research, takes place after she becomes champion, which is, well, you beat the fucking game, and you become champion in the main base game. So I'm assuming it's something to do with that. Maybe the picture I saw for the DLC with this other character, assuming you're trying to go after the title or something is who you're playing as, because I know for a fact it's not make your own kind of character, it's use this pre-made kind of character. Looking into the page with it, right, I noticed that I'm not the only one having the FPS issues current day with higher end computers, because you can't really limit it as much as you want to.
I mean, it's not old.
No,
2020. It's still 2020. You would think they.
and you're still like, oh, let's just force you to play 60 FPS, even though computers don't really have that as an option anymore.
They don't even gotta do nothing. All they gotta do is drop a patch.
Yeah,
they just drop a patch. That's it.
Drop a fucking FPS patch fix.
A patch. Yeah, drop the lead. That's it.
Toggles different FPSs.
Literally, that's it.
Because I mean, fucking Sapphire Safari has FPS abilities, right? Like you can have it at 60, 100, 150. I think it's, and then it's limitless, right?
That's all they need to do is add one patch, one update.
Yeah, it literally takes like 5 fucking minutes, but hey, I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna worry about it. It doesn't fucking concern me. So honestly, I don't question it because there's no point. I'm not the one that made the fucking game. I don't have anything to do with it. Drifty, that's not gonna go well. I don't like these prestige things,
The
but
playlist is ready to
did any of the stuff I missed? I gotta do these stupid. Oh, do a thing, do a playlist, and then go and do that playlist in every vehicle class, and you gotta do every single event that it holds, and all this other shit, and it's just like, ugh.
They said Horizon 5 on PS5, PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
They got anti-lag and SSD.
Well, that's on Xbox. That's been in the game for like what, a year and a half. It was some little hot patch in I think 23, and it was like they added a new series that was added, and I think a few extra customization to existing vehicles, and I think it was another new to Forza car.
I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen nobody play the actual PS. I've seen like little clips. I ain't actually seen nobody play the
same game as Xbox. It's just the PlayStation version. I don't know why people are acting like it's a new game. It's a game.
It's not.
2021, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Forza Horizon 5. It's like it's been played.
Like it's basically.
You just got it late.
Come on, bro.
You literally got it late. Is all it is. We
Yeah,
played it
it's
early.
literally-
We played it.
We played it when it came the fuck out. I thought the game was mid, and there were people that were trying
Now
to
you're just getting it, so
yeah,
congratulations.
I remember when it came out, it was like, oh, did you buy the game? And I'm like, no, I got it on Game Pass. I pay for Game Pass Ultimate. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to spend $100 on the premium fucking version to play 3 days early and just to find out the game's fucking mid. Because Forza Horizon 5 is quite a letdown in terms of like the feel, the aesthetic. Forza as a game isn't really something that I have enjoyed since Peak Horizon was the first fucking game. Like, the second game isn't terrible, but it's starting to show things that we have seen, the downward spirals that we have seen in current gen games, like the wheel spin things. Sure, in that game it wasn't as fucking bad, and it didn't shower you with every car in the game, or just shower you with every car in the game in general. You still had to grind, and in a sense, the audience was still adults. It was a game for everybody, but the main target audience was people that already drove cars and knew how cars worked. Not what Forza is current day, where it's drive your favorite brand new supercar and go around and harass fucking people for driving normal cars or tuning cars like the whole point of the entire game, or go and harass painters for making something that's somewhat provocative, but in a world where adults do this shit in real life, it's not at all inherently bad. But our audience is children on a game made for adults, and wonder why children want to glorify these shitty fucking vehicles, or glorify these, quote, vehicles that can go X speed in the game, and that's their actual thing. Case in point, the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. It hasn't even had speed testing, and everybody's like, oh, it's going to be the fastest car in the world. It hasn't had speed testing. Until it has speed testing, it is not the fastest car in the world. And even then, I guarantee you it's not much different than what we got with the actual Jesko. So, in a sense, you guys are hyping up something that probably won't get speed testing anytime soon, because Absolute hasn't really made any Koenigsegg Jesko Absolutes, as they call it, I guess, even though it's Jesko, but I'm not questioning it. And it's just a bunch of meaningless drama and sparking up debates over shit, and it's like, the car's not even out. Until the car's out, you'd be better off talking about an existing car or something of the like, not just, oh, let's talk about this car that was teased, 4 years ago? Or whatever the fuck, whenever the Jesko came out, and the Absolute was talking about, we're gonna make a version that's gonna break the top speed record like 4 or 5 fucking years ago, and, well, where is it? I guarantee you Subaru could fucking make an STI and bring it back and make all the CVT transmissions non-manual for it before that fucking car is even produced. I'm starting to think Koenigsegg hasn't given them a Jesko for them to fucking use, and they won't even fucking do it. Or something of the like, I don't know. Whatever their fucking excuse is, it's taking too fucking long. Come on, Ford engineers that made a car. It's time to fucking make something you've been promising for extended periods of time. You're not Tesla that can't figure out how to make a fucking Tesla Roadster. That's another thing, actually, speaking of car companies that I don't understand, is the extreme overhyping of Tesla, right? Elon purchased Tesla when its only car at the time was the Roadster, right? The old version, the one that the Coil Voltic is based off of. The original Tesla Roadster. That was not, in fact, made by Elon. Elon did not, in fact, make Tesla, and is not the original founder of Tesla. It was these other two older gentlemen that just wanted to make electric cars, right? Elon went, let me buy that really quick. And he bought it for, I don't remember the exact amount of money, but it's probably there.
Probably a lot, yeah, a lot.
Exactly. Because he was already a fucking high-tier millionaire because of his spoiled-ass fucking parents, and he's just a very spoiled guy. He's not particularly the brightest. I don't really understand how people are like, oh, Elon will fix the country. Nah, Trump is too worried about doing a fucking deal with Ukraine and getting trillions of dollars worth of minerals and screwing Putin over so that this fucking war can come to a fucking end, because he still wants that peace happening, and I don't fucking blame him. What I think should happen is Putin should be taken out of his fucking office, and they should put somebody that's capable of, one, running the country, and two, picking up where he destroyed shit, because the country's in a pretty shit fucking state, and if your own people are favoring democracy and not communism, I think
Yeah,
it's time for
especially
the
in a
tide
very
of communism.
communism-heavy country.
Not even anymore. It's not really
Not
communist heavy as much as it
still.
used to
It's
be.
Russia,
But
man. I mean,
the point still stands. Yeah, it's fucking Russia. They
they're
shouldn't be
communists,
having this much
and
issues
they're
with it,
they're
to the
still
point where the other communist superpower, China,
they're
wants
they're
nothing to
picking.
do with you. Like, China
They
doesn't want anything to do with fucking Putin. I don't fucking
they'd
blame
rather
them.
have democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
I would be impressed if, like, fucking, like, China and, like, Russia become a fucking, like, democratic kind of country. If that fucking happens, bro, we are one step closer to entire, like, just peace from everybody else. Like, we won't have to deal with bullshit anymore. We'll be able to just fucking live a normal fucking life. So it's, I don't know. It's not coming, I know that, but there's wishful thinking for sure. Oops. But yeah, I would hope that that kind of shit happens, but until I see it, I don't believe it's coming. But yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
Not much, that's for sure. Yeah, because what is there to do, if we're honest? What really can or is there to do? Because at the moment, I don't see anything. I don't see any
Nothing.
sort of thing.
I mean,
signify we are
they're in
not
a
going to get out of this bullshit.
they're in a war that's
They're in a war that's one,
never ending.
pointless, and yeah, two, that's
Pointless and never ending.
Yeah, because, I'm Vladimir Putin, I don't believe that Ukraine should exist. Well, it does.
It's not that.
No, it is. No, it is.
No, it's
Putin
just
does not believe that it's a sovereign state and that it shouldn't exist in his head. And
see,
so he's trying to claim the land, which, sure, was old Soviet land that currently isn't.
But they went to war, right? Not went to war, but they've been going back and forth for years, even before the war.
He's always had that fucking problem with the country.
Because he wants the land.
Yeah,
he don't think he wants the land.
Prior to this war starting, it was land that, one, he did technically own, because it was old communist land that's currently not anymore, as you obviously can clearly fucking tell.
But that's another country that
yeah, exactly.
Occupies that land.
That currently
how
making it
how are you gonna come
country.
in there and
you can't go and claim that it's yours, because, well, it's not. But at the same time,
it may have been at one point, but
yeah, it may have been during the Soviet Union. But newsflash, Russia, you are the Russian Federation, not the Soviet Union,
not the Communist Party.
Well, they are still communist. It's just they're not Soviet Union. They're not a Stalin era of Russia anymore, and they haven't been even after he died, because a Stalin Russia is a Stalin Russia. Just because you're a, quote, the USSR, and that existed until the 90s when it became the Russian Federation, doesn't mean shit, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, you're just a country. You're just a country that believes in different shit as opposed to America or China or other things. The only thing that we share is, one, we're all people at the end of the day, and two, Russia wasn't a communist country before. It wasn't until after World War II that shit started. Because beforehand, they were allies to us. There wasn't really an opponent, technically. The First World War was, sure, there was a common goal, but at the end of the day, we made a bunch of very fancy weapons and shit, and it was more or less just a testing ground in the entire world. The Second World War, though, had a common goal: destroy Hitler's reign.
Yeah, our weapons were still kind of bad.
There's some stuff that's good, but there was also a lot of shit that was bad.
Look, no, cause look, if you killed it, look, it was like this. Yeah, cause it was like this. If you killed a German soldier, you're gonna pick up their weapon.
The best fucking thing at the time.
You're gonna
outside.
You're gonna pick up their weapon.
Like the Garands and like some of our weapons that we had.
Your weapon sucks.
Yeah.
Their weapons are good. So if you kill one of them, you're gonna pick up one of their weapons.
That's been confirmed that like a Garand doesn't fucking suck. The M14s didn't suck. They weren't terrible. It's just they're rifles at the end of the day. They're not assault rifles. They're not SMGs. They're not good close quarter weapons. They're good weapons.
They're battle rifles, really. That's
range. Well, not even. They're more marksman rifles in terms of the range.
Yeah, marksman.
But yeah, they are technically battle rifles. The M-Gun Garand is technically a battle rifle, but how it's used is more of like a long-range kind of marksman rifle because it does kind of shoot like one. You are able to shoot it at the same pace of a marksman rifle, but you don't typically. Also, I hate explaining to people that the only type of ammunition like holders that it has are clips, not magazines, because they are clips that clip into place, not a magazine that clips into place. But yeah,
why you literally gotta smash the smash the magazine,
apply pressure,
but you gotta yeah.
You don't slam it in there, God no, because you might discharge the weapon, similar to how if you bounce the weapon off the ground and it's loaded, it can discharge. It's the same kind of thing. If you put too much pressure into something, it will discharge because you're adding pressure to something that is pressurized. A gun is technically a form of pressurized materials. So at the end of the day, it can literally pressurize itself and discharge. And what I don't like is people that shouldn't own a gun, owning a gun and negligently discharging it. Like, I get the whole point of this country is the Second Amendment, your right to bear arms, you're allowed to go around and do it. But what happens when the cops show up? Well, yeah, exactly. Because one, you just negligently discharged, and two, you've now damaged property, most likely in the process. May that be you or something else. Because one of the things that gun safety is never point the gun at something you are not willing to destroy. Like, that's fucking obvious. Don't point it at something that you don't want to shoot. It should be pretty fucking simple. You have to take those kind of things to even own a gun. And yet people forget that main fucking rule. It's because, oh, I know this thing, but I'm not going to actually enforce that kind of mindset while I'm using this gun. It's weird. I don't understand why people do it. I don't really fucking ask because I don't care. You do what you want, let it bite you in the ass. That's what I say.
I mean, yeah, basically.
But yeah, I'm not really sure why people do the things they do with guns and shit and firearms, but there's not really too much we can do about it at the end of the day.
I mean, let them be stupid with it.
Yeah, it's pretty much, if you're gonna use a gun, don't be fucking stupid with it. Have a bit of common sense. If you got a gun that's got the ability to do this thing called flick the safety, flick the fucking safety! It's a push button for a reason. It's not a switch. It's not something that's extremely difficult to push. Little pressure can apply the safety. And what that does is it prevents your trigger from actually being pulled, because it locks the trigger no further than slightly pulled. And another thing that I really don't like about gun people is testing the flak of your trigger, right? But doing it in the stupidest way possible. Instead of aiming at something where you would logically shoot at, let's point gun at Venus type shit. I'm censoring for YouTube, but pointing it at your Johnson. That's not a smart idea, man. You're testing the trigger.
I'll say if you do that, you deserve it.
If you're going to do it loaded, yeah, I gladly am on Brandon Herrera's side and adding you to the gene pool. But if you do it
deserve it.
empty, I could understand testing it that way. But even then, again, just point it at something that one you're willing to destroy, but also treat the gun as if it's loaded. That's another gun safety rule. Treat the gun as if it's loaded, because you don't fucking know. It could be fucking loaded. Until you show clear physically in front of you, or you pull that bolt back and nothing comes out, and you do it again, and again, nothing comes out, well then you know that the gun is clear. And you know it's not going to discharge in your face. It's not going to randomly decide to put a bullet square into your skull. It's going to just do its thing. And that's another thing that really makes me question, like, do people know what they're doing? No, that's fucking obvious. Because people will just go, oh, it's America, I can just buy a gun if I please. I don't need to do the proper safety etiquettes or anything of the such. It's my gun, it's my fucking... I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not trying to get shot. You kidding me? I'm not trying to get shot because you're negligent. I don't want a bullet piercing my body because you're stupid enough to be fucking with the trigger while waiting and it happens to shoot me. Because it could fucking shoot me in a spot that, one, is an artery and will kill me. Or two, straight up in the fucking face. Which is guaranteed gonna be an instant kill depending on the location. If it's the bottom of, like, my skull and it doesn't really hit, like, my brain or anything, yeah, no, that's not gonna kill me. But if it's, like, it hits my eye and it hits my fucking brain, which is right there, yeah, I'm dead. That's it. Bye-bye. I'm guaranteed to have an aneurysm if I don't immediately die, or I'm gone. That's it. Goodbye. Goodbye existence. I ain't getting back up. And that's what I don't like about... Anybody could do that shit at any fucking time, because it's happened a million fucking times. Some dummy just decides to, oh, let me start playing with my gun while waiting. Boom! And then try to act like, oh, what was that? Totally not, like I'm still holding a gun in my hand. Like, bro, we know you're the only one that shot it because I didn't fucking shoot. Even if it was, I had a gun on me, I would literally show clear and I would also go, firstly, I didn't shoot. The safety's on. Because I would literally pull the trigger and wonder, well, the trigger's not being pulled. And you could see my hands, both of them, when the shot rang out. So it's clearly not me. Your evidence is not showing. And even then, I don't own a gun at the moment, so automatically it's not fucking me. I don't own a gun that I can conceal and carry easily. You know what I mean? Like, a fucking AK is not something I can conceal and carry. That's a rifle. That's an assault rifle.
You can conceal it, trust me. I mean, there's ways.
Yeah, but you're gonna fucking see it, though. You're gonna see.
Look, just put it.
Let me just put 50 layers of armor and clothing on top.
Hold on. No. Literally, just put it in your pants. Just put it in your pants.
You're still gonna see it, my man.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No. I mean, put it down, like hide it, like put it in there.
Again, where am I gonna? Put
I know it's
it?
stupid.
On my leg? You do realize the fire control module in the magazine is going to stand out pretty fucking far. You can do it.
Just tell him.
It's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna
just
be
tell him it's your print.
Hard to fucking make
tell him it's your print.
To not see.
Pause.
Anyway, the point is,
it looks very magazine shaped.
It's not an AR or an SMG. It is usually a pistol. Because
look, I've literally seen somebody put like a fucking put it in their pants.
Well,
you can't.
They're preparing
stupid.
For
I know.
I know. And it's quite stupid.
Well. I mean, you gotta think where they were.
Preparing for that, you need an AR, and in most cases, I've seen people do it outside of the hood, actually. And it's like,
that's where I've seen it at.
Man, you are not in O Block. You are not in any of these extremely dangerous areas. Why are you carrying an assault rifle? What the fuck are you prepared for? You're the most softy, I am a Trump assassin type of dude. Built like a stick. Why are you carrying that? Because if you had competence, you'd carry a pistol, at best, right? You do what my dad does. Conceal and carry a fucking handgun. Not a fucking rifle. Not a hunting rifle. That's quite stupid. Like, he has a conceal and carry permit, right? And he conceal and carries a fucking handgun. That, yeah, has magazines in it, but he is licensed to carry the fucking magazine and shit. Because in PA here, you do need a lot of licensing for shit. There's a lot of licenses for shit. And for conceal and carry, you may as well get the ability to conceal and carry a magazine
here down south, you know, it's
because you never fucking know with people here. Yeah, it all depends on the state, but here
I didn't know the north. I didn't know the north was like that though.
You'd be surprised. Outside of Philly, there is some pretty shitty fucking.
It is Philly. Yeah, I was gonna say it is
but
Philly.
I'm just saying,
so.
outside of Philly, there are some pretty shitty areas up here. Like it's anywhere in PA. Like you go more west in the country and don't really go near somebody's property. They would probably pull a shotgun on you. Like they are pretty hillbilly kind of redneck. If they're if it's in a poorer town, probably not as much. But if it's lone house in the middle of forest, yeah, definitely do not go near that shit with a 10-foot pole. Actually, no, scratch that, a 500-foot pole. Stay on the road and just keep driving. Don't take that risk. Because the cops are probably going to have to call a fucking ambulance on you. Because they're not going to
probably call not the ambulance, probably the morgue.
To put slug in it. Yeah, exactly. The morgue is definitely going to get called. But yeah, it all depends around here. It's hit or miss.
I mean, it's very southern, not southern as in. I mean, you say you've seen it. You see it.
No, you can just tell. I haven't seen somebody in that kind of scenario or been in that scenario, but I know it's a thing because Joey can quote.
You ain't never been shot at?
From that fucking area. Not shot at, like, technically. I've been
like
around
you,
but I have not been shot at.
Like you weren't, of course. I mean, like you weren't the target, but I mean, you were there.
I was not shot at, but I have witnessed shootings. Like probably the most recent.
You got to duck and dodge behind them trees, type shit.
Oh, I fucking ran because I ain't getting caught up in that shit. I hate how, like, speaking of shooting stuff, I hate how schools are, like, batting down instead. Bitch, I am not battening the fuck down. I am booking out that shit, alright? I am not going to the morgue as a fucking body with multiple holes in it from a fucking bullet, from a series of bullets.
They tell you not to run. They tell you to hide.
But that's the fucking thing. You are making the fucking aggressor have easier targets, right?
Because you're all hiding in a corner.
Exactly. You're all hiding in a fucking corner. It's not hard for them to mag.
Actually, speaking of that, hold on. I seen something. I might send it to you on Discord.
Until high school, you are taught to sit still. Well, even in high school, they're like, oh, hit the guy. He's got a gun. I don't think the motherfucker who is most likely going to death grip a gun is going to drop a gun just because a desk hits him. He's a fucking psychopath.
He's gonna shoot you.
He's gonna shoot you most likely
worst
before
case.
you even have
Worst
time
case.
to fucking get up because he'll already be pointing the gun in before he walks in. Because guaranteed the person that's doing it, the incel or whatever it may be, has learned from video games or other actual movies that you point the gun in first before you go in, so they're gonna fucking do it in actual translation. And it's
don't be a hero, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be a fucking hero. Run and hide. Run the fuck away. I don't care if a cop misassumes you as it. You already know what the motherfucker has been reported as. If a bunch of children, mind you, a bunch of young children are running from a suspect that appears to be an old white man, for example, it's not going to be the kids running out of the high school. It's not going to be the fucking teachers either, because half of the teachers in high schools anymore are 20s, 30-year-old men and women. So, no. That's no excuse, police. Don't negligently shoot somebody just because you assume they're suspect. I'm getting the fuck out of there because I don't want to die. But now you're going to kill me? Well, now you're viable for that. Not me. I'm trying to stay alive from a literal psychopath. Now, obviously, my schools ain't been shot up, but there are definitely people that would have shot the school up if they had the opportunity.
I mean, threatened to. You ain't had no
There was
threats.
a guy
Nobody
that
threatened.
threatened a school shoot. There was a guy that threatened to bomb the school and then the next week shoot it up. I mean, it was there, but...
How you gonna shoot it up when you bomb it? Ain't nothing gonna be left.
Yeah, exactly. The building is most likely going to be on fire, so the building ain't going to be surviving. That's another fucking thing, right? Oh, just walk out slowly when the building's up. Bull fucking shit! You go to any workplace, they tell you get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. Because they know a fire spreads quickly. A fire will and can spread quickly. In a school? Oh my god, dude. Have you seen how fast school buildings have fucking gone up into a little lost cause situation? Like, it's seconds. It's seconds. Because of all the potentially flammable shit inside of the building where the fire can continue to burn. On top of that, it's a pretty oxygen-full building. And fire, you know, thrives off this thing called oxygen. So, if it's got oxygen, it's gonna spread. No fucking said. It's simple as that. I mean, if you can control a fire with an acetylene torch with the mix of acetylene and oxygen, then I think it's clear fire works off of oxygen. But, hey-ho, I don't make the fucking rules, I guess. And the rules of, oh, worst case scenario happens, don't get the fuck out. Don't prioritize your safety. Prioritize dying. Instead.
Alright. I'm gonna send you this.
Oh god, what did you find now?
It's for what we was talking about.
Oh, like school shootings and shit?
Yeah.
Playlist is available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen this recently.
It's yeah. Well received. Yeah, but the motherfucker can just open a door, my man. Because most school shooters, outside of the stereotypes of it's an old man that went to shoot up, most of the time it's a student. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cases where it is not a student, but most of the time, people that will threaten and will go out of their way to shoot up a school is a fucking student. It is a student that got their hands on a gun and did something like the Trump assassination attempts. They want to prove a point. And that point is committing a serious crime that will put them in jail for the rest of their fucking life if they're caught. But in most cases, if they have already killed people, well, it's lethal. It's go lethal. Because they've shown intent to kill. And have killed.
And of course,
so,
I mean, it's...
Who gives a shit at that point? Motherfuckers gotta go. And understandably so. If you're gonna shoot up a school, you should just be killed anyways. Because you shouldn't be doing it.
I agree.
But also, government, you should probably be funding schools to have these things called resources to actually defend their students. Or do what my fucking school did and have a actual active duty police officer in the building.
They're doing that now.
Yeah, my school had that.
Like two.
Even when I was
usually
in
two,
elementary
one or
school.
two.
Yeah, I had one, but my school now has 3.
Yeah, cause they change them out.
Active,
you know, cause
I'm
cause
talking 3
look,
active duty police officers that when they are not in the school, they are actual cops. Like they are.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know, but like I'm saying, like usually there's one or two, and they switch them out, or they keep both of them, or they keep 2 around, 2 police at least.
Usually one is in the building at all times. But in my school,
they're not called. They're not
shit,
called police officers in school.
No,
they're called resource. Yeah, resource officers.
Yeah, but the ones we had are actual cops. They are actual straight up body cam.
Most of them were. Most of them were. They just called them.
Like cops.
They just called them resource officers.
Armor,
but most of them,
had
all
the
of
shit
them.
on. They pretty much came out of their cop shit just to go to the school. They still in fact have their Glocks on.
They had
So
literally all the police kids.
They got a taser, and 2, they got an actual firearm. They got their service weapon.
They got everything. They have their belt.
Yeah, exactly.
They have their whole kit.
They got their whole thing, bro.
Their whole kit.
Yeah, because my school was very prone to school fights and shit, right? So there was always a resource officer to begin with. My mom will even attest to when she was in school, in the same building, there was a resource officer in the early 2000s. So they're not gonna get rid of it. Now my school hasn't been shot up, but there's definitely the people that would do the threats.
Ever?
People would no.
Just like
never.
as or when you were in there.
Never. Still never. Because I would
That's
know,
good, cause
bro. That would be the talk of fucking my town, bro. That would be the talk of the town. That'd be the talk of the county, my man. Let alone the entire state. Like, are you kidding me? That would be the talk of the town. I would know, like, immediately, because my pop would know immediately. That shit would be breaking fucking news in our local news.
he'd probably find out because he
Breaking
watches
news,
the
Garden
news.
Spot School was shot up today. Like, my fucking school, because that's what my school's named. I know I probably just doxed my fucking school, but I didn't dox my location.
It don't matter.
I just doxed,
It don't matter.
I just doxed a high school. That's it. I just doxed a high school.
He doesn't go there anymore, guys, so it don't matter.
I don't go there, my man. I'm 20. I haven't been there since 2020 fucking 2.
Don't try to leak.
I was class of 2023.
People watching this video are just gonna try to dox you.
Go to the school and just dox me or some shit. Yeah, the 4 fucking people that watch this video outside of maybe me and you, just to make sure the video. I watch it to make sure the video fucking exported correctly. That's it. But like in general, like maybe the fucking 4 people that watch this shit, because you know starting out my channel is just. Well, but hey, at least I'll be able to put my Elgato footage of me playing Motorfest, so it's not just in the background. I'm not gonna give a shit if, like, the background audio of my Elgato is picked up. I'm not gonna care, honestly. Just because it's just audio at the end of the day. Oh no, my mic, which happens to be 2 feet from my TV, picked up my TV audio so fucking bad. All I gotta do is just go to my remote here and just turn it down. It's not really difficult. But I'm also just at, like, a point where I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, no, it's if the government gave a shit about us, we wouldn't have schools getting shot up like what every other fucking week or whatever it was. We wouldn't have all these problems that we had when it comes to safety and all these other fucking things. Absolutely not. We would have a country that is flourishing. The American dream would continue to exist, and well, most of my generation wouldn't have to be streamers and YouTubers just to make a fucking living. Because job markets won't fucking pay for it, so you gotta have a job and a streaming or YouTube career until you can do that shit full time. And then even then, you probably don't have enough fucking money to survive. It's fucking stupid. Or you just get people that are so unbelievably fucking lazy that they don't want to work because they think it's too fucked up and too...
I mean, that ain't me. I want to work. I don't mind work.
I've been trying to work since fucking...
I don't see, like...
Working. Like,
that's why people don't hire. That's why people don't hire our generation.
Because the 10 fucking people in the town that don't want to work and the other 60 that do. It's like, bruh, you are not looking for the right fucking people, clearly. Because if that's your first fucking response when somebody says something, then you're probably not looking for the right fucking people. And it's clear as day that you're not looking for the right fucking people. Because, like, if you were, you wouldn't be fucking saying that kind of retarded shit. I don't know. I don't question it. I don't have a clue why people fucking do that shit. I really fucking don't. Self-made customizer. That's a stupid title. I would not use that at all. I don't understand how the 2017 Raptor Rally raid is worse than the what is this, the 2011, the generation before the 2017 Raptor? Yeah, the SVT Raptor. I don't remember what year it is. I think it's 2011. The one that's in the old Forza games, and I don't really think is in the new ones apart from Horizon 4. I don't think it's in Horizon 5. Oh yeah, did you see Motorsport, the new one, added Fujimi Kaido back to the game?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they added the full fucking thing, and it looks so good for you know, a map that hasn't been seen since Motorsport 4, I think was the last game it was in, outside of like shit. And it's not like a DLC or anything, it's straight up just added to everybody's game. But it's like, oh, well, I still have to deal with the stupid car leveling system that requires me to spend 4x amount of hours, 4 hours just to fucking customize my car. I don't understand that. That's not a feature that people want. Why the hell are credits useless? You know, we don't, quote, get car points every time we drive a car and need to buy parts in real life. We use what is our credits, our money. Money should not just be used to buy cars, it should be the thing that allows you to upgrade said cars, you know. What has been the norm of the game since it started. I did see, though, that they are bringing back a lot of their history with a bunch of events based on the old motorsport games. I don't know if they're doing Horizon stuff, but they're giving a bunch of racing suits based on the old game's logos and style and shit, which is like, that's great. Ignoring the fact the game is still dog shit and Forza YouTubers overhype a game that inherently is quite bad, in my opinion. It's not fun. In general, the game has not changed in terms of shit that it has. Sure, I did see that they enhanced a lot more single-player elements, and they added a more casual style to, like, Fujimi Kaido and shit, where you can just chill with players and shit. That's great! Ignoring the fact that 80% of Forza players, outside of the actual people just trying to play the game casually, are pieces of shit, and can't go 5 minutes without letting their intrusive thoughts take over. So in general, I don't really find racing games enjoyable anymore. I don't really find that, like, indie games are the better option because AAA fucking titles can't do shit right anymore. And I know I shouldn't be saying that while I'm playing fucking Motorfest, you know, a game which is the embodiment of cosmetics and shitty gameplay, but I don't really care. I'm just playing something for the time being. I might get on GTA in the fucking set. But I just wanted to do some of this prestige stuff that I've been doing because I want to get some upgrades for my fucking vehicles because it doesn't transfer any of the upgrade, just the vehicles. It's so stupid. No liveries, no fucking upgrades. It's like, oh, this is a waste of time. It's like, I'm gonna have max upgrades in one fucking playlist, so you may as well fucking just give me the fucking upgrades and let me just customize my array of over 200 fucking vehicles that I have from the Crew 2. Because I have a lot. And it's like, no, you gotta have every car stock. Why? Why allow me to transfer 200 and some X vehicles, planes, and helicopters and boats if you're not gonna have them modified?
I mean,
like, I had every car in every class with a
how,
full gold
how do
setup.
they? I mean, they can make it where you.
Yeah, you can make it where you keep the licensing of these
They're all
licensed
gonna be
vehicles,
stock.
and you can transfer them to the next game in your settings, but they're stock.
They're all gonna be stock.
Yeah, like for example,
Why?
the S2K that I had that was based off of Jay's, it had a full gold setup for track, and it was like the best fucking S2K for like street that I had, and it was max tier at the time in the Crew 2, and it was stock. It was completely untouched, and it's like,
I mean,
I get the performance in the game is different. I get street tier 1 and 2 exists, and it's not going up to 280 performance anymore. It's like 600 or 700 or whatever the fuck. It's, yeah, they're just gonna fucking transfer the vehicle that was in the game. What, you're talking about the starter cars?
No, I mean, like,
You're a little quiet, fair warning. I can kind of hear you.
The cars you had in the Crew 1.
Yeah.
They're modified. They're OP as hell.
Yeah,
So I guess they didn't want.
you transfer.
They didn't
over
want
to
you.
Crew 2, they're also stock, so it's not just Motorfest that has this problem. It was always a problem.
They don't want you. They don't want to give you the OP cars at the beginning.
Right? I gotta be fucking honest. The handling model on the Crew, ass. I don't care what people say. It's fucking terrible. I
Even for like the planes.
Since the first game came out, it is fucking terrible. Yeah, flying is atrocious in this fucking game. It is.
Yeah.
It is very much you turn one direction, the plane is going that way, and it doesn't care what you fucking say. I don't care that they just added a fighter jet to the game. It still handles like ass. Vehicles do not feel realistic at all. A Ford Raptor that I'm driving currently, I get a rally rate. It's still a Raptor at the end of the day. Why is it fighting me so hard to steer when I could drive an F-150, which is pretty much what this truck is, but a more performance-orientated version? I can drive it in real life 10 times better without as much of a battle in the rain, with no weight in the back of its extended tailgate, and it loves to spin, and it's got a 5.2 fucking V8.
I think that might be your issue. It's just
It's the handling model of shit. It's not me.
Yeah,
I am a
that might be your
vehicle driver.
That's your issue.
But yeah, I don't know why people are like, oh, I'm gonna play Motorfest, and then it's like, oh, just go play Forza. Well, then just play fucking Forza. You should know that Motorfest isn't very different from the Crew 2.
Ooh. Well, they just.
And also, you should know right away that it's not really going to be the best of games when it's made by a company called Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft is such a reliable source of video games, yeah. They're very reliable for good video games, yeah. That's a fucking...
It's not, I mean, it's not like they shut down the server so you can't play online
it's not like
story, and story, you know?
Fucking games, I guess.
You can't... They shut down the online servers, so you can't play online or local story. You can't play local or online.
You can't play.
How does that work?
At all.
Why would you shut down the local?
1, pirate the game, and 2, emulate it to play it.
Because you're only gonna get an error message if you try to play.
Unless you have a fucking physical copy, and even then, they figured out
emulator.
somehow how to fucking ruin a physical copy of an Xbox 360 game.
Emulator is the best way to go.
How the hell can you update an Xbox 360 when, mind you, the Xbox 360 hasn't even been fucking active for an entire year at this point? Like, not like us is a year old, my man.
I don't understand why when they shut down the original Crew servers, they shut down local servers. So you can't play. You can't play local.
Forza Horizon 4's fucking server.
You can't play local, or you can't play online. It gives you an error message. You can't even play. You can't even play the Crew one.
I don't get it.
Because it's just gonna give you an error message.
Yeah, but also, Forza Horizon 3 servers are still up. And 60,000 whatever the fuck Forzathon is still active. You can still go online on Forza Horizon 3, but Horizon 4 is soon going to have their online server shut down. Now, thankfully, that game isn't entirely
4 is going to get shut down before 3?
Which is nice compared to Horizon 5, which is pretty fucking online-based, which, to me, is quite fucking stupid. But, hey-ho, I guess I don't know anything because I don't make games, I'm just the consumer, but... Maybe the consumers should be treated equally as everybody else. But, again, I suppose I don't know anything.
I just think you're talking crazy when you say it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, apparently, the only fucking people that make fucking games are old heads that don't know how a fucking game works. Or how to produce a game successfully. I don't fucking know. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. Who cares? Right? We're all wrong. The consumers, we are wrong. We don't know anything. We're fucking idiots. So, we should just eat shit at the end of the day. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't question it. I'm over here just trying to fucking survive.
Everybody is.
I know. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. You know how, since I'm on GTA, I just thought of it. You know how I was talking about Noah wasn't wearing his typical white fucking topless shit that he was wearing? I was right.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing an outfit that has these black and red, well, these black jeans with like these red stockings probably glitched on, unless you can use stockings. Fucking Daisy Duke fucking jeans now. I could be wrong, obviously, but I doubt he would do any more fucking glitches to his outfit, because by that point, you just go all out. You know what I mean? But again, I doubt he even understands how actual good topless combos look. But yeah, he was wearing that, black and red gloves, and I saw he changed his tattoos as well. Which is like, I wasn't wearing your tattoos, my man. I didn't have a single one that you probably wear. And I don't, actually. I have completely different fucking tattoos from him. I've always had different tattoos. I've never had the same fucking tattoo. He wanted me to put the same fucking tattoos on, I think, Dream Kill.
Cause you just had the one on Dream Kill, you had the one on your arm.
Well, yeah, the muscle tear. I always had that,
yeah,
because that's a tattoo that I want to get in real life on my right fucking arm.
Yeah, we had this conversation.
About 5 fucking times, yeah. But yeah, that's a tattoo I want.
That's a lot of, that's a lot. Yeah, how many sessions do you think you gotta do to go to?
2, because it's doing the outline and then it's doing
2 sessions. You think will get it done? I say probably a little bit more, maybe 2.
It varies, but I also want to get a back tattoo, which is the concept Honda and my character in front of it, right? But it's like that's gonna be a lot longer because it's gonna have shadowing.
That's gonna be like that's gonna be like that's a lot. That's a lot of.
It's not gonna be flat, which is what I was gonna do. But then it's like, you know what? If I'm gonna spend the time getting a back tattoo, I'll go all out. I'll sit there all fucking day if I have to. I don't give a fuck. Alright? I'm not a bitch. I can handle pain. I think I can handle a tattoo. Well, like I've always wanted tattoos though. Like pretty much since I got those like stick-on tattoos that you got as like a kid, I was like, I want the real deal eventually. And I get it's like, ooh, but your needle, the needle is like painting your skin. It's like, yeah, that's the whole fucking point. It's surface level skin. It's not going into my fucking flesh. If it was going into my flesh, that would hurt like 40 times more, my man. Because you're hitting nerves and fucking muscles. No shit. It's just the surface of your skin. Quit being a bitch. Tell me you can't have a fucking well, tell me you can't take getting a tattoo without telling me you can't take getting the tattoo. Why is the Vaca in Premium Deluxe with the, is that the carbon? No, that's yeah. That's the carbon shadow fucking wheels on. Like, why is it lime green? The 770 or whatever the fuck, the Aston Martin 177 or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Premium Deluxe doesn't have anything that entices me. The Vaca isn't something I've cared about even when it was new to the game. It's just a Gallardo, in my opinion, that never really got cared for. I don't understand the point of reverse drip feed, if I'm honest. That shit's so fucking stupid. Or let's just remove over like 500 vehicles from the game because we can. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why? What the fuck is that achieving? Apparently a lot. Because that's been very, very emphasis, very liked by the community. Stinger, Tower GTO Stinger with maybe blue wheels. Yeah, interesting. And the Granger with some customization. It's so weird to see like luxury auto vehicles and shit with actual customization on it, and not just the stock car with maybe colored stock wheels or something. You know what I mean? It's so weird.
That's what I get. I mean, that's what I get the fucking. That's what I get them for anyway. Because it's usually a car with black stock wheels.
Yeah, it's like also, like, if merge glitches weren't such a pain in the ass to fucking do, my Calico that I have here that have my Benny wheels, the Echo one.
You know what I heard?
I would have had fucking white out fucking rims to match the paint by now.
I heard Lamborghini and Ferrari don't want damage damaged models of their cars in their game.
Ferrari, I can understand, but Lamborghini, bro,
they don't want damaged
Ferrari,
models.
Bro?
So if you crash a Ferrari in a game, it's only gonna get little scratches. It ain't gonna be like.
Well, that's a damage model, though. Well, that's a fucking newsflash.
I know.
That's a fucking damage model, though.
I know.
But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Games don't want damage models to begin with, but Ferrari is too much of an old head to realize that people are going to want to customize their fucking vehicles. Like how I'm making a concept Raptor right now in fucking GTA.
Even in like a Crash Out or Burnout, even in like Burnout.
That's the whole point of the fucking game, though. Yeah. If you think about it, that's the whole fucking point of the game.
Ferrari's like, nah, we don't want our vehicles damaged. We don't want it. What's wrong with her now?
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, they're fucking. Oh, don't ruin our quote perfect car. Your cars are not fucking perfect. Newsflash.
Also, you're not even able to customize the car in the game because why?
Ferrari, who assumes that every car, as soon as it's touched, is a bad thing, while you making modified versions of your existing cars is fucking up a car entirely. So, yeah, y'all shouldn't be talking. Y'all shouldn't be talking about, oh, I don't want you harming our perfect car. Your car's not perfect, my man. It's a car at the end of the day. Who gives a shit?
But they don't want damage models for... Even in like Forza, when you crash the Ferrari, you know, it gets a little scratches on it. The mirror does. I don't think the mirror comes off.
It can, if they decide to add that, that is.
But like I said, I mean, I think it's Ferrari, so they ain't gonna want no damage models.
Yeah.
Of their car. So probably just little scratches.
Too fucking fancy, bro. That's too fancy.
Little scratches and.
You gotta think, that's too fucking fancy for him, my man.
Still, if I want to buy,
you're not allowed to have nice things. You're supposed to suffer.
If I want to buy a Ferrari to crash it in the game, so fuck what?
Yeah, exactly. if I want to do that shit, I'm gonna do that shit. Newsflash. You're like driving on velvet. This is a Raptor, my man. There is no driving on velvet. This is a truck. I forgot how big street wheels are. What wheels that? Concept Raptor? Oh, it was track, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was the High 5, or it was the Super Lux, one of those wheels. No, it was a Split Star. That's what it was. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Truck tires, like the options that they have, there are not good options. Concept Raptor as a real thing is just no. I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about GTA. I'm talking about actual fucking trucks. They all look like racer wheels, and it's like, well, at that point, I'll just fucking buy normal fucking wheels and make it that way. You know what I mean? I'll just buy normal fucking wheels that fit my truck and put it on my fucking truck. Because it's like, I don't want these racer-ass wheels and say, like, because the Concept Raptor has kind of like a Huna truck setup, right? Twin turbos on the hood with exhaust there, and it's got fucking semi-slick white wall tires. So it's like, I don't want these racy-ass, super deep-dish fucking wheels on a truck that's meant for performance. And actually does this thing called go to the track, which is something those trucks never do. Because why would they? They're racer trucks. They're not meant to be fucking trucks. They're meant to be show trucks. But also, if you're buying a Raptor and doing all that shit, what the fuck are you doing? You're driving the wrong truck at that point. Because like a Raptor implies you have this thing called competence, and you actually know how to use the truck for what it is. But I have seen racer fucking Raptors before, but those people have a special place in hell for them. They have a special little circle in hell for their truck to crush them in. But also, I don't know why people think that making your truck look like a pile of shit automatically means it's worth the same amount as a 22B just because you paid for $100,000 worth of ugly shit, or you modified your truck and shit, and it's just like, bruh, fuck off. Your truck is not that valuable, and I hate to break it to you. Get rid of my radio stations. I've got to do that on my main account, that is. But yeah, I don't understand the appeal of like racer trucks. They all look like shit in my opinion. They're not fucking nice. I don't know what's your opinion on it. I'm assuming you know what I'm talking about. You there? Did I disconnect? I might have.
Okay, I got some nice cold ice cream.
He might have went AFK. It's possible. Shit, fuck up or something?
No, I was looking at something.
Oh, my bad. I was trying to get your opinion on racer trucks and what you think of them.
I mean, we already had this conversation. I mean, the people that squat their truck and fucking...
No, I mean people that over-stylize and make their truck look as showy as possible, but they just,
like
they make it look like ass. Because a squatted truck is a different fucking thing.
Nah, because the people that do it are the people that do...
Ricey trucks, but I'm talking about the crawler lights when it doesn't crawl. The super deep dish fucking $50,000 rims that look like ass.
That's what I'm saying. The people that squat their truck and put big ass rims on it and put lights on it. I mean, it's fucking...
Yeah. Why would you need crawler lights if you're not gonna fucking crawl, my man? That's the whole point of those wheel well.
I don't like LEDs. I don't like the LED.
I don't like the fucking LEDs on the brake rotors. Like, my man, if you have to put your foot on the brakes hard, which most of those people do, those fucking lights are melting, my man. You realize how hot brakes get when they're applied? They get extremely hot.
Some like, get red hot.
Sear your hand
Supercars.
Yeah. Like, if you are pushing your brakes hard, you're going to smell them. If they are not performance brakes, you are going to fucking smell them. That is how hot they get. So I don't understand why people fucking just decide, oh, let me just fucking a hard brake, the brakes go fucking red hot, and you start stinking them for the next, you start smelling them for the next 30 fucking minutes because they're that fucking hot. Especially ceramic brakes. Pop's fucking truck brakes smell terrible, bro. When you have to push on them, like
if he hits the brakes a little bit too hard.
If you hit the brakes like hard enough that it heats up the brakes outside of it squeaking because or whining because they're cold, dude, it fucking stink. I was coming home quickly one fucking day and I hit the brakes hard to go through a turn like it was an apex, and all I smelled was just hot brake, and I was like, holy shit, those stink. God damn. Why does it smell so bad? It smelled like somebody took ceramic, right? And smelted it and let the smell linger and then just fucking put it in my face. Like that's what it fucking smelled. It smelled awful. I hated it.
I can only imagine because, you know.
It was fucking terrible. And I had the windows closed, mind you. I could smell it from inside the truck with the windows closed. I did not have the windows, in fact, open. So that's how you know it was too hot. A Yaris Subaru WRX STI. I'm pretty sure that looked like an S201. Oh wait, no, or not the S201, the 9. But you get my point, the S2 platform. I saw they're coming out with a 10, I think? Well, the next S2 platform will be a 10, but you get my point. I know they're coming out with STIs again. only automatic with CVTs, which begs the question. Yeah, it's 25, isn't it? 25.
That's what it was. Oh, shit.
No, I don't want a sport. Yeah, right there. The WRX S2 STI. Yeah, but the picture you have is an S2 is an S210. My man, that's an S210. That's not an STI. Yes, I know it's technically a Subaru Technica International, but it's not a... It's not an STI. It's an S210. It's the S2 platform, which is higher than an STI. The S2 platforms are the significantly quicker and rarer versions of the STIs. They're a form of STIs, yes, but they are not straight STIs. They are their own thing. That's why they're called an Impreza WRX STI S2. For example, the one that I would love to cop is the first one. It is named the Subaru Impreza WRX STI S201. People just call it an Impreza S201 because it's completely different from the STI and the 22B. I don't even think the 22B makes 300. If it does, it's the 3.5. I don't think the STI does that. Could be wrong. But, yeah, here, let me look that up. Because the first gen, the GCs weren't as powerful as, say, like a Blob Eye or, like, current gen ones are. Yeah, let me look that up. It's 1999. 22B. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of its body kit. It just kind of looks like an STI. That's it. Like, it just looks like a different version of STI. Yeah, well, I can't read kilowatts, my man. I don't know what kilowatts translate to horsepower, so thanks. Yeah, 206 kilowatts. Well, what's that in horsepower? Is it legal in the U.S.? Yeah. 2023, you could import it, which means I can also import this 201. Yeah, I know what it has. I know it has a fucking EJ. I'm looking for the power. Yeah, you're... It's giving me everything but horsepower. Fuck me. I just want horsepower. No! I don't want Impreza! It makes 300. Does not make 350. Bullshit. 22B does not make that because the S201 makes 315. That's their whole point. So it makes 300. That's what it makes. It makes 300 horsepower. There's your answer. Yeah, because the S20 platforms, and in this case S10, S210, make 315. I don't know if the S210 makes more than that, or if they changed the formula, but up to, I believe, 9, they make 315 out of the EJ. The EJ25. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a simple Google search, but yeah. I really want an S201 because what I want to do if I ever get one is I don't have a problem with the body kit. I understand it actually is an authentic body kit. It's not just style. It's not like those racer cars from the 2000s. No, it's an actual proper body kit that provides actual downforce and shit to the car. I would put a 22B or STI body kit on it, but keep the S201 badging on the rear fender and the emblems for it. Because obviously if you look inside and see the little gold plating that says the car's number out of 80, you'll know it's an authentic S201 because it's made out of actual 20 karat gold. Yeah, the S201s they made 80 of them, right? So each car from 1 to 80 has a number out of 80 right under the stick shift on the fucking center console area. And it's actually kind of cool because it shows you that, sure, people have no clue that that thing is significantly rarer than the 22B. Because compare really quick. The 22B, there were 400 production units produced in the world. there were 80 S201s. So in a sense, if a 22B averages
where do they get the number at?
$700,000, right? Well, because what, the 422Bs? Because that's what.
No, I mean like where they get the like where they put the one out of 80 at?
I just said under the stick shift. So
oh, under stick shift.
Yeah. So where the stick shift is, right at the bottom of that little square there, right under it, is the print. Just look up the Subaru Impreza S201 fucking number print. It's right under the fucking stick shift. I don't know if they do that on every Subaru, but I know they do that on the first gen. Here, I'll get a picture of it and send it to you. Yeah, it was built in 2000. Your mind will probably go straight to the 22B or the Pro Drive P1. No. No.
Is that what it says?
That's the other versions of the GC8s, the first gen Imprezas. But yeah, here I'm trying to see if it's on here. It makes 296. Hey, that doesn't seem right. 300 were set for production, but 87 were made. Point is, it's 80. There are 80 that exist. I don't know if it's all 87 because probably not, but only 87 were actually produced.
I mean, you gotta think out of 87, how
they
many
were
are still
available
on
in
the
Japan for
not on the road.
3,890 yen, which is approximately 20,000 pounds, right? So they were affordable. Now, if a 22B around here sells for and is quote valued at $500 to $7,000, well then, or $750,000 or whatever the fuck that one sold for. There was one that sold for like $720,000. These S201s are worth easily $1 million in that sense. In terms of
they were worth about 20 grand. I mean, so you got about 700
in 2000. Yeah. An S201 was worth about 20 grand. A 22B was probably around the same range.
That's 700 grand profit, so
that's quite an increase. But at the same time, it's like clout boys and shit don't help either. You are not going to drive that car, and even if you do, you are not going to actually do this thing called driving on the road because you're too scared of scratching it. I ain't a bitch.
Most people don't want to drive them anyway.
I got many body fucking options if the shit gets damaged.
People don't want to drive them. No, they don't want to put. I
don't want to put mileage on a car. Hey, guess what?
The car from the 2000s.
Fucking mileage, my man. That's the whole point. A car is meant to drive, not sit in a garage. Every car has a story. Every car needs a story to tell, not a story that's just, I sat in a garage for 60 years. I have 20 miles on my odometer. My engine doesn't fucking work because of it. I am apparently valued at $500,000, but I don't actually do anything. That is the problem with car collecting.
Big paperweight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a giant paperweight.
It is a killable machine that doesn't do anything. Like,
basically a giant paperweight.
Like a Subaru Brat if I could, because it's a nice fucking truck. Not because I'm driving the GTA one. No, I've genuinely wanted a Subaru Brat. They're fucking cool little trucks. They're cool little Subaru trucks. I don't have a problem with Subarus. In fact, I actively encourage people to buy and take care of Subarus. They're good vehicles if you do this thing called take care of them. Sure, some of their newer vehicles, like the SUVs and shit, aren't the best, and a lot of them are glorified grandma vehicles, but other than that, if you're gonna buy an Impreza, just please do not do what most furries do with WRXs and ruin it. Please. Yeah, that's a very typical furry starter car. It's either like a Kia Soul, which is like, bro, you bought that shit off a dancing hamster. You got no taste. Get out of here.
A Kia Soul? Yeah.
That's what most people bought it from.
Yeah.
It is. And that's what's funny. It is. That little piece of shit 4-cylinder economy car that's fucking ass and is everywhere on the road. I don't know why people fucking buy it, but I'm not gonna question it. Buy what you want, I guess, but you got no taste on vehicles. Or, yeah, it's a Subaru Impreza WRX. Now, this video I was watching where someone was talking about it, he talked about, oh, it's usually blob eyes or any of that. Actually, no, you're completely fucking wrong. The people that are buying blob eyes, bug eyes, hawk eyes, or up to the 3rd gens, the EPs, I believe, are these things called tuners. What furries are buying is the 2015 to current gen, usually. They are not buying a 20-year-old car. Unless they happen to be a car guy and actually have taste, which isn't common. No. The only person that I can quote who owns a Subaru and actually has somewhat good taste in Subarus is Juju's fucking boyfriend and actual husband. Yeah, I had no clue they were married. Wait, don't quote me on that. I actually think I'm wrong. But you get my point, right? Juju's boyfriend owns a Outback of the same gen range of a GC8, right? It's got an EJ out of a fucking newer Subaru and like an STI. But that thing is... it's iffy. He's got a really lightweight clutch, and every time he shifts, the entire car shifts back and forth. I'm not giving him fucking beef for it. No, absolutely not.
What about in motion? Like,
yeah, when it's driving, it's every time he shifts. Don't get me wrong, it's an EJ, and it's got.
Does it rattle? Like, not rattle,
no,
but like, does it?
Fucking problems. It's just a lightweight clutch, so it's pretty flimsy when it comes to the fucking 300 horsepower fucking engine that's in it. But yeah, it's a little beat up. It's definitely in worse shape than my car, because my car's not in bad shape. If you ignore the fucking cosmetic, it's not in bad shape.
I mean, not after everything you did to it. Still.
No, the car is fine. I don't care what people say. The car is fine. It's not dying.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine when you bought it.
Still is. It's not fucking bad. It's a 90s Honda.
Better.
I don't expect it to just die suddenly out of the fucking blue because I look at it wrong. That's not how cars work, my man. If you take care of a car, oh, newsflash, the car lasts a while. If you don't, you get what fucking, well, I can't say my brother because his car was a daily driven, take care of car. Which is why it has 170,000 miles. That's half my car's age. Yeah, his TL has a J32 in it, the V6. He's got 200 horsepower for his first fucking car, where I have barely 100. Well, I drive a 350-ish horsepower fucking V8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean...
So, I can't talk. I've also driven my dad's STI. That's crazy silver one that I don't know if I've shown you it. I don't have the videos of it anymore. Because I had to keep deleting fucking big videos because I didn't fucking buy the Google Space shit. And it wouldn't fucking back up. So, I don't have those fucking photos
anymore. You can't even get emails if that shit's backed up?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. That's why I had to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was making 450 to the fucking crank, right? And that shit moved like it had a Hellcat's amount of horsepower. Which just proves, don't fucking give boxers some shit about, oh, they can't hold power. Oh, that thing wouldn't fucking break if it tried. That thing was done correctly. It's a shame I couldn't cop it or, like, keep the vehicle. Because, oh my god, I'd fucking buy that shit in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck if the steering wheel is pink. I don't give a fuck if the middle of the dash is all covered in pink sparkles that don't actually stick to your hands. It's got clear cover on it. I don't give a fuck. That bitch is sexy. That thing is a monster. And I would love to own that shit.
You can ride around in the pink.
Well, the car's silver. It's just the interior. It was just the seats, the steering wheel, and the fucking center console of, like, the dashboard, right? Everything else was the black and blue from the factory, right? But what I would do is I would get rid of that stage 3 clutch because that is a racing clutch. That's not made for the road. So I put a stage 2 in it, right?
I mean, you can race on the road.
Yeah.
It's not legal.
Let me just open the wastegate up because it's one of those valve ones that it had, and just fucking open it up, and all you hear is whoosh.
I mean, you think them Chargers are catching you? You think the police?
Oh, they're not.
You think?
A Hellcat would lose to that fucking thing. Are you kidding me? That thing's 0 to 60 because 1, it's all-wheel drive, and 2, it has more acceleration. Boxers are kind of known for having good acceleration, my man. But also, you gotta think, that car is 2,000 pounds, right? It's got 450 horsepower to the crank, probably about 430, 40-ish range to the wheels, because it's mostly in the front-wheel drive setting, so it's not losing a crazy amount to the front. And it's losing some to the back, but overall, not a crazy amount, right? It's got a proper exhaust setup that provides nothing but power output, even though it's straight piped, and it's not extremely fucking loud. It wasn't that loud. If anything, the wastegate is louder than the car when it is open. I'm assuming you know what a wastegate is. It's for your turbo. It's if your car makes too much boost, you usually got to put a wastegate on so you don't accidentally overpressurize your engine with boost. Because that thing...
your engine's just gonna explode?
Yeah, it'll literally put a hole in your fucking block. Because...
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's called overpressure. Yeah. It's called overboost. Yeah, it's a problem when you tune cars. So, the wastegate, when the turbo would make full boost, right? You would hear the wastegate open, and all you'd hear is it go... And it would alternate in sound because of how much was coming out. So people would think when you put your foot on it for a while, oh, what's all that air coming out of the bottom of the car? It's a wastegate, you fucking idiot. It's a wastegate. You can hear it. You hear from the wastegate at extreme speed. It should be fucking obvious what it is. But I know most people won't know what a wastegate is if they're driving a car that doesn't even have a turbo where that's a problem. But yeah, it was a very fucking scary but fun car. And it didn't need much to get fucking going.
I mean, you just put your pedal down and put your foot on a pedal and just
because
fucking...
it's making enough boost, let alone, like, decent throttle. Yeah, Hellcat would get its ass beat in the initial launch. Maybe not total speed, like it did.
But it get gaps in the first.
Oh, it'll create a pretty decent fucking gap that it wouldn't. The Hellcat would need like a half mile, like a full mile to close that gap, depending on the driver. Because again, it's not entirely the car; it's also the driver, because a car with 200 horsepower with good power to weight ratio is fast, right? Like my brother's Acura TL is quick. That thing books for a sedan.
It's a newer Acura?
No, it's a Gen 4. I think it's a 2008, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, Acuras are still, I mean, they're good cars.
They're good cars because they're Honda. They're Honda. You gotta think.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hate on Acura.
Nah, it's Honda, bro. You can't hate on fucking Honda. They know. I just don't like people that are like,
I mean, the new Acura.
A real man's car. Get yourself a fucking muscle car. I can't afford a muscle car, newsflash, because your flashy fucking Mustang costs $50,000 fucking dollars just to get the base fucking Mustang. That's not including the GT.
Hellcat costs about 100.
No, it don't.
Or about 80. Yeah, 80.
Repo. Those things get repoed so much because people put a fucking down payment on it and can't fucking afford it. People buy them and then go, oh, I can't afford it. Gets repoed. Now the car's worth 10 fucking grand. Or it's worth like 40 grand peak. For a fucking Hellcat Red Eye, it's like, bruh. Just don't buy the car if you can't afford. Deal with the piece of shit you got. You don't hear me complaining about a piece of shit car that I got in your fucking eyes. Because that piece of shit car could turn around, flip into a not piece of shit car, and destroy your quote Hellcat. With the same power output, if not more. And be half the fucking weight, too. Those cars are like 5 grand. In terms of fucking heaviness. They're over 2-ton cars.
40.
So, yeah. That's why they have an 800 horsepower fucking engine. That's why a Trackhawk has that shit. Because, mind you, it's a 6,000 pound SUV. I get it's fast, but that's because it's all-wheel drive. If it fucking wasn't, it'd be spinning. Just like a Hellcat does. And even then, they spin. They just do this thing called spin launch. It's fucking different. Learn a goddamn difference.
And also spin launch, you know, it's not gonna help you when you.
It's not gonna help you when, say, another all-wheel drive car just grips and goes, where you're just half fucking spinning, choking out. Your car's fucking redlining.
They're halfway. Yeah, they're halfway down the fucking
track. They're halfway down the fucking track before you even get into third gear. Because your fucking car is too busy spinning out. I seen a video where, what was it? It was, I think it was like a smaller truck. I think was it a 1500 Chevy? I think, something like that. Had the same power output. It was all-wheel drive swapped. It gripped, and the Trackhawk couldn't even stand a chance. Mind you, the Trackhawk had 1,200.
But it's just gripping.
That is embarrassing. A 1500 80s Chevy square body is humiliating a brand new Trackhawk. Trackhawk with 1,300 nearly horsepower. That is embarrassing. Sell your Trackhawk. You lost to a fucking light truck. Literally. You lost to a truck half your weight, missing 500 nearly horsepower. Because it was misfiring. The truck was misfiring. And it still beat you! That's embarrassing! Sell the Trackhawk. You shouldn't own it. If you can't beat a truck that's on the verge of death with a truck that's made to destroy other fucking...
You're not gonna,
It's not an SUV.
You're not gonna be...
A Trackhawk is not a fucking SUV. It's got a truck's engine in it. It's a truck. It's just like how me and my dad called a Suburban a fucking truck. Because it has the LQ, which is a truck engine. It's a truck version of the LS. For fucking Chevy. It is. The LQ is the truck version of the fucking LS. Without all the crazy performance. That's it. Don't get me wrong, that thing still makes like 300 horsepower, but it's in a Suburban. But everybody's like, oh, there's a sports utility vehicle. No, it's a truck in the form of a sports utility vehicle. It's got a V8 in it. It's fucking obvious it's a fucking truck in the form of that. If it was a sports utility vehicle, you'd think it'd have a 4-cylinder or maybe a 6-cylinder, you know what I mean? Like an Escape. Yeah, like a Ford Escape is a sports utility vehicle, not a fucking Suburban. That thing's got 3 rows of fucking seats that fold down and can be used as storage. And a pretty big fucking trunk area that can fit an entire EJ fucking Subaru engine in it. Or what
maybe a couple of them.
Engines? Well, no. He got a
maybe like 2
engine for the wagon, right? And the seats were technically down, but if he didn't have a fucking pallet holding the engine on top of it because the carpet, it would have just sat there and he wouldn't have needed to put the fucking the 3rd row of seats.
I mean, at least you can fucking
it's got storage
carry
space.
Stuff with. Yeah, at least you can carry stuff around without worrying about your suspension.
I want to make this definitely clear. Car companies promote the buy an SUV because you never know when you might actually need to store shit. The people that are buying SUVs, unfortunately, don't actually ever need that. Apart from one time in 10 years. Oh, I bought a new TV and I need an SUV for that. Why don't you just put it in a car, my man? Like, I'm not gonna buy a fucking truck to do one thing with that said truck. I'm gonna use that truck. If a friend needs me to bring a truck over to trailer something somewhere,
move some furniture, whatever,
yeah, etc. I will bring my truck up to him and be like, here, take the fucking keys. I know you're not gonna do anything, or have me fucking drive it and you follow me, just in case. Like, yeah, I'll bring my fucking truck. Yeah, you can fucking take your shit. But it's like, with you, it's like, I know you're not going to destroy my fucking truck, and if the truck gets fucking broken, it's probably because of some douchebag on the road, not you. Because I guarantee you, you're more of a competent driver than half the people on the road up here. People don't even know how to use a fucking turn signal, let alone stop at an intersection with a stop sign.
They just go past it.
No, they fucking they stop at the last fucking second and wonder why I swerve. Because it's like, I'm thinking your ass is gonna go right into me. I don't know why fucking people do that. Stop playing chicken. Alright, because you're not going to fucking do it. You're not going to have me T-bone you. Stop playing fucking chicken. Especially when you're in a car and I'm in a truck. And you're sitting where you would get hit. It's like you want me to kill you. And then they always, like, look at you and shit whenever I beep at them or swerve. Like, why'd you do that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you stopped at the last millisecond at the stop sign? You're past the fucking line? You're pretty much in the intersection? Like, now the person trying to turn on the road that you're on is going to have a hard time doing that.
See, here, when it rains, people can't fucking drive. I don't know why. The rain makes people...
PA, it's just not anytime. It's not rain, it's not anything else. It's just whenever, bro. People are that fucking stupid.
And they want to drive so slow in the rain. They're not slow. They drive slow, yeah, but they just...
Well, yeah, you should drive slower, obviously, in the rain because of hydroplaning. But, like, if there is the tiniest little layer of fucking rain on the road, you are not going to hydroplane. Newsflash. The only time a vehicle will hydroplane is in a puddle, or if there is that much rain on the road that there is an actual layer of standing water. Like, if there is a small flood occurring and there is standing water on the road, yeah, slow down. But if not, you don't technically need to.
At least ride with your hazards on, but...
Yeah, but if you know your vehicle is going to have problems in the rain, pop your fucking hazards on so that we know why. Because if not, you're an asshole. You're just genuinely a fucking asshole. You don't know how to fucking drive in the rain, and it's clearly fucking obvious. I drive in the rain like I do when it's dry as shit out. Because in most cases here, when there's rain on the road, I hit a puddle. I grip the wheel tighter, and I usually turn the wheel the opposite direction of where the puddle is, because it's going to pull you that direction. So when you hit the puddle, your wheel isn't turned, it's straight. It's common sense, but again, you know, people don't have fucking common sense anymore. Because apparently common sense is way too much to ask for in people. Seriously,
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Thing?